Hello YouTubers. What I'd like to discuss today is the current state of VR and how it can be dramatically increased as of this video. The idea of this video is to bring VR capabilities to the common person, the average person, someone who doesn't have $1,000 to spend or multiple thousands of dollars to spend. I've been involved in VR for 35 years, and I've watched the prices drop dramatically. But still, the machines are thousands of dollars, and the headsets are up towards $1,000, and you're tied to a big PC with cables. And what I have to do is change that. I had originally tried on this phone, Google Cardboard. And after buying this phone for $50, I found out that it doesn't have a gyroscope, it doesn't have a rotation sensor, it doesn't have a compass. All it has is an acceleration, which even the virtual sensor application through exposed installer doesn't correctly formulate to a virtual set of readings for the cardboard app to read. So it kind of does it this way, but it doesn't do it this way, and it doesn't do it this way. But all's not lost. I have another phone on the way, an Asus X550, which has gyroscope, proximity, magnet, rotation, compass, acceleration. So it's got all of them. And with that, I will then be able to do Google Cardboard. So let's go to that part. With Google Cardboard, your hands are tied to these buttons. So your hands got to be where the screen goes. The controllers have two buttons, and all the buttons do is this. Okay? I've noticed on the Google Cardboard that the width of the skull is not adjustable either. So what I went ahead and did was I went ahead and got a merge. This has the buttons and skull width, okay? And all you do is slip the phone in there like this. It's pretty tight sometimes. And there you go. And you can play in an world view with the virtual reality imposed over it, and you're doing it. But action hands are tied to your hand. So you really, with this, you can this. But this is all you get. I wanted to change that. This phone slips out of here like this. This was $60. $6 US. Go back to this. With the new, pretend that's this. Pretend this is the Asus, okay? It will have all of this mobility sensing functionality, okay? Best platform out there for creating games is Unity 3D. They give you everything, and it's platform independent, okay? Mac, PC, you can push to an Android, you can push to any platform you want. So with this, then you would do this, the Google VR SDK, and then you can actually create for Cardboard. And you got it, and then you got your game, or your / virtual reality. Which, in my mind, what they're saying here in this nomenclature or use of the word, you get to walk around. Big deal. This, you get 2-button press. That's all you get. Thumbs. Okay. Button presses. I decided that wasn't good enough. This was too much. This guy here is the key. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this junk. Now comes the good news. With Unity, you create a game. Like I said, a platform-independent game. Let's put that on there so that it's documented on the video. Independent. Then you can see that. Got it. Okay. So how do we make it VR? Very simple. With Unity, you create 2 viewports. This gives you your VR to the screen. Can you see that? Yes. Okay. It still doesn't give you control, which we want to be able to do this. We want to do just like the expensive sets do, okay? We want to be able to do this. How do we do that? Very simple. With Unity, you get to you do 2 cameras, 2 viewports for your game, which gives you the visual, and then they have networking, equals multiplayer. This is the key, and this is the fix. You got it? Clear the game off. Under this, with you got your 2 views, you create a multiplayer game with 3 players. 1, 2, 3. They're all in the same game. They're all networked. Multiplayers. This is your gameplay. This is controller 1, controller 2. How do we do that? You push these 2 guys, you push this game to 2 more Android phones, which are inexpensive. Okay? This guy, the gameplay reads controller 1, controller 2. So as you do this, gameplay is affected. It shoots it out to the 2 viewports, so now you get your expensive VR system to 3 Android phones. Now the Asus X550 is going to cost me $150. It has all the sensors. When I bought this phone, this HT whatever, I failed to notice that. Who would have thought? Phones are supposed to come with that. So I have one of these coming, and I'll hold this up so you can see the sensor labels. Okay, there they are. It's got all of that. For $150 a piece, it's great. So basically, I have this. Okay, now with that, with making this controller, you could make them different, you could make them the same, and mirror image them, depending on what the game is supposed to do. Or you have a Star Trek type interface with the big, control panel screen. Do your thing. And the game is affected. Back to the smartphones. If I have 2 phones that are networked, because the networking function in Unity also lets you do a server master. So these guys the slaves talk to the master. Now you have this, and you can grab. And all you do on these 2 controllers is mimic whatever type of functionality you want in the game on the screen. Hands, sliders, buttons, whatever you want. I haven't searched it, but I believe you could probably get a phone for $50 that has all these sensors in it. If you don't have the gyroscope, make sure you have everything else. If you have everything else, you're fine. Gyroscope, I wanted to go one better. I got the phone, 150. We'll see what happens. If it works, the price should drop, and I'll buy another one after Christmas when the prices do drop. Okay? So, what we have here then is using Unity 3D. We have dual viewports, which are looking at the same thing, and we've got one instance of the game for the master game controller, a master game player, and then we have two other instances of the game for left-hand controller, right-hand controller. That's all you need. This part here is free. This is absolutely free. There are libraries out there, source code, whatever you need. It's absolutely free. All you got to do is get your 3 phones. So, let me clean the board off here. So you got your 3 phones, and then what you buy is those USB battery plug-ins for extra battery length. You buy 3 of those, and guess what you got? Portable in a package that big. You're portable. So if I wanted to hide Android phones in tabs or whatever, and then sell this as proprietary, I could do that. That's what the original founder of Atari is doing. He's selling this big wide field VR system. It's portable for the players, but you know it's going to be expensive. And he says he's only selling it business to business. Well, guess what? With 3 phones and a cardboard viewer, you're done. You beat the system. All you have to do is make a game. That's all you have to do. Now, if you don't want to use the VR system here, you can actually then just use a larger tablet for your game screen with 2 controllers out here and use the full display for your game. You could do 1, 2, or 1, horizontal, vertical, 2 vertical, 2, whatever you want. It's totally a Starship control panel for whatever you want, and it doesn't have to be a game. It can be a walkthrough of real estate, or all you're really doing is making a new controller. I had one of these for a mouse controller, and these work, and that would let you use the mouse controller to the camera control that's already built into Unity. You could do that. That works too. This is where I see the world going, because there's a lot of guys building all the different things that these phones have in Arduino, Raspberry Pi, PIC, you name Intel, IoT, Internet of Things, you name it. There's companies offering all these little bits and pieces, and you plug all these bits and pieces, and you write your code from the libraries out there, and you have a controller of some sorts. But then you end up with this, and you have to package it. So why deal with that crap? Just get you 2 cheap phones. It's got everything you need. Plus, this amount of computing power on these 3 devices is greater than the statewide population of Apple IIs back in 1990. Think about that. Plus, all these controllers fit. You have them all these sensors are embedded. Okay? So I hope I've helped spur some people on here, because when it comes for Christmas, Mom, Dad, forget the underwear and socks. I want 3 phones. I want 3 cheap phones. Your parents are going to go, wow, cheap phones, I'm getting off good here, because they don't have to be phones. This could be a nice phone, but these don't. This can be the leftover junk that hasn't sold. You're going to buy it. I'm getting mine from eBay, China. It doesn't matter. That's what I want. Anyway, I hope this really, really helps, because it's a game changer. And we're going to put big companies out of business, and we're going to stop companies from creating proprietary systems. It's not necessary. It's overkill. This works. So instead of buying an expensive system with a highly technical, proprietary technician at that level, blah blah, you know the game, blah blah blah. You just gotta. All you do is hire a Unity developer, and that's all you need. And the way things are going, Unity developers are a dime a dozen. So with that said, why would you buy expensive equipment as a consumer, and then possibly write a game and hope that it works, hope that it sells? Who are you going to sell it to? People that are going to buy the expensive systems? They're not going to play games. They're doing business to business, like Atari said they're doing, which I find incredibly ridiculous. So the idea is, instead of letting the consumerism come from development, introduction, unique situations, businesses, and then developers, and then on to the consumers. Snap the consumers right into first place. This does it. I can't sell this. I'm not going to sell it. It's not worth it. It's not worth time. I'd look like Atari or VR or any of those other guys. I don't want to do that. I just wanted to put this out there because I wanted to be the one to say, hey, you know what? Let's break the model. Let's make it open source, and let's kick butt. You're not my team. I'm not on your team. Just buy the phones, get the Unity. Oops, that doesn't work. And you're done. You're streaming. If you have 3 phones and you already do this, you're VR today. It's that simple. Anyway, hope this changes your minds and gets you moving. Thank you. Bye.